Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Friday's market wrap up here at Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and good morning so far. I'm done. It was about 10 a.m. this morning. Took a look at the market action, sent out a trade to my max and regular afterburner folks, a bear call spread on the S&P 500. Got filled at $1.85, out at $1.05. That's $2,400, 40% return in what was that, 30 minutes, and going to the gym. Here's how it was. So we kind of gapped down, a little underwhelming on the jobs report. Gapped down, bounced off this 33.37 up to 32.47, and right here at this double top. Right there at 10, I said, let's go ahead and sell this bear call spread. Implosion out right here. Here's another potential opportunity, but I'm done for the day. When you can make, $2,400 in 30 minutes, 40% return, go ahead and be done. And some other, Ponch got in there, 40%, Sledge got 52%, really nice, good work, really good work, and done for the day. What time is it? 10:47. Interesting 24 hours, folks. After the market closed yesterday, the president kind of went, in full Gatling gun mode. Signed an order. Well, the most recent thing today was, essentially sanctioning Carrie Lam. I love how they call the lady who runs Hong Kong the chief executive. Like they're going to fake us into thinking it's a business. But anyway. This is getting bad. The rhetoric with China. The president last night said, "Hey man, if you're a Chinese-owned company and you trade on our exchanges, guess what you need to do? You need to be in line with all." It's funny how I don't know, the market or people are kind of shocked like this, but essentially the president's kicking out Chinese stocks that trade on our indices. Oh, that's awful. It isn't. Folks, in these indices have requirements, man. Like the CEO signs the financials and says, if these things are wrong, I'm going to jail. All this stuff that U.S. companies on our exchanges have to live up to, they don't, right? There is still significant uncertainty about the outcome. Delisting would be the penalty for missing a 2022 deadline to comply with U.S. audit requirements. Wow, what a jerk. What? So, of the 283 U.S. listed companies whose auditors' compliance can't be verified, 251 are based in Hong Kong and China. The issue has gained new significance as ties have deteriorated. The president also blasted away with TikTok and the WeChat apps. Says, hey man, you got 45 days. You got until September the 15th to get your shit in one sock or you're closed. Wow. So actually I have a bear call spread still sitting here on Microsoft. Probably need to keep an eye on that as we go to the gym. It's the 215. It is the 217 and a half. So it's up a little bit right now, up about $300. Let's see what we can potentially do. Well, if we stay in it, we could potentially make. There's another potential $2,000 to make today on $5,500 in risk. So I'm going to hang out in that because I just think as Friday goes on, this news has got to settle in here, folks. The president, China, and the president are going back and forth. I warned you about this when all the way back here. I told you it's wait for my book to come out, folks. The January, February Donald Trump kissing China's ass was a disgrace. It was a disgrace. Xi, my good friend, great backswing, great golfer, gone to Mar-a-Lago, huge. Believe Xi, believe the numbers out of China. Coronavirus ain't coming here. We got it handled. Boom. Wrong. So after that ridiculousness, and then weeks later trying to call it the China virus, and of course the media went crazy on him. How dare you, you racist? The same media who called him racist for shutting down the country to the Chinese to get us less sick. Anyway, the president has to do this right now. In front of an election, he needs a bad guy. It's the China virus. It's the, he's got to start landing some blows on China. But yesterday I showed you an article in the Global Times that said, hey, man, we're ready to go to war. And unlike the United States, we're really ready to do it. Another article today in the Global Times. If war breaks out between China and the U.S., which side will have the upper hand? I don't even need to read the article to tell you what the answer is to that. But is probably not in agreement with theirs. U.S. decoupling attempt will be doomed to fail. U.S. is becoming the biggest uncertainty in future global economic growth. U.S. an annoying outsider in South China Sea affairs. This is how wars start. TikTok owner vows to sue over crackdown by modern day pirate. You can't. Reported U.S. drone sale to Taiwan, a political stunt. Folks, if I was Xi Jinping, I would invade Taiwan before the election and force Donald Trump to either do nothing or do something. And my bet would he'd be doing nothing. The head of the Chinese military unloaded on Defense Secretary Esper about America's dangerous moves. They were at this conference, and they kind of went back on it. The only thing they agreed to was to have a crisis de-escalation military hotline. Does that sound familiar? The red phone in the White House, like we saw in the Cold War. This is getting worse, folks. It is not getting better at all. It is going to be very, very, very ugly as we get closer and closer to the election. You guys know the acronym I use, DRINK, shocker. Democrats, Russia, Iran, North Korea, China. China's going to, it's going to get ugly between now and the election. You better be hedged. I bought put this week on the S&P 500 out to September 4th. Nice little disaster put. My little ejection seat sitting underneath the market here, and I'm going to hang on to that thing, man, because we could wake up one day, breaking news, headline, something, South China Sea, or China does this. They're going to retaliate, folks. They've kind of been sitting on their hands this week with a little bit of, with a little bit of rhetoric on these pages. But what if, and I would not. So you want to talk about what is the biggest name that's just having this rip your face off rally that it could be in a lot of trouble? It's Apple. Folks, if Xi Jinping gets a wild hair up his ass and he decides to go, you know what, suck on this, Apple, get out. They are trying like crazy. Apple's trying like crazy right now to move a lot of their operations from China over to India. Okay, they see the writing on the wall. At the height of the trade war between the United States and China, what did they do? They put Apple at the top of their list of bad potential companies we might boot. So keep it. You got to be very. I don't care about their earnings. Earnings are rearward looking, folks. Of course, they had a blowout quarter. Earnings, half of it should be looking backwards. Hey, good quarter. The rest of it should be looking forward. And between now and the election, China literally could wake up and say, "Apple, get out of our country." You doubt that this could happen? Good luck. But other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? We popped through this final SPX resistance line at like 3250-ish with a little bit of airspeed, and there's the headline from the week. U.S. Treasury set to spend trillions in the next few months. Smoke the hopium, enjoy the ride. We go higher. The hangover is going to be horrific. Hey, next Tuesday night, 7 p.m., that's August 11th, we kick off 8 training sessions every Tuesday and Thursday night for about 4 weeks. I'm going to grab a bottle of wine, sit down. Session 1 is going to be, hey, man, this is the market. This is a call option. This is a put option, all the way up to 4 weeks later, trading advanced tactics. This is what you want to get into. We'll be sending out emails on Monday and Tuesday for you to be able to grab a slot. It's only $195. People pay thousands for this type of training at other places because they're stupid. It's $195 for these four weeks, or if you want access to these 4 weeks and all the other full throttle training we do until the end of time, it's only $495. So keep an eye on your email inbox. You do not want to miss this full throttle training because you really, really super want to know how to trade options right now. You don't want to be following a dude that does pizza reviews in a cheap knockoff. Okay, all right, I got to get going. Why? Done with the day, $2,400, and time to go to the gym and maybe even the beach. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. I'll talk to you guys on Monday.